I'm Sylvia from Vintage Kitchen Vixen, where I share tips for simple living, creating memorable gatherings, and preparing wholesome and traditional recipes with a vintage twist. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make kefir-brined chicken. But before we hop into it, we're going to be getting into silent film mode. So you're going to find out what that means if you're new here. But if you are new here and you like what you see, I hope you'll subscribe, hit that bell notification, and to everybody, hit that like button. Okay, we're gonna get into silent film mode right now. So that's kefir-brined chicken, and oh my goodness, is it ever good. So this actually started out, I was going to make buttermilk brine chicken, but I didn't have buttermilk, and I usually have an abundance of milk kefir. So in case you don't know what kefir is, it is a fermented milk beverage. I actually have a video that's all about making milk kefir at home. You can buy it at the store. It's usually in the same section as the yogurt or the milk, or sometimes that healthy refrigerated section at your grocery store. It's pretty widely available these days, but I find that homemade milk kefir tastes a lot different. I think it tastes better. So it's just these milk grains, and then you pour your milk in, and then it ferments, and then the next day you use it, and you can drink it, you can use it in recipes. I have a bunch of milk kefir recipes, and I'll link them below if you want to check them out. But yeah, I've made buttermilk brine chicken before, and I wanted to make it again, but I didn't have buttermilk on hand, so I'm like, what happens if I make it with milk kefir? So I tried it, and I don't know what happened, but I think that fermented goodness just imparts something to the chicken. It makes it more tender and flavorful, and you just want to eat right off the bone. I'm not normally the kind of person who like gnaws at chicken bones, but I did for this recipe because it's really good. When making the kefir brine, I put in about 2 cups of kefir. I'll put in a bunch of salt, so I think it's 2 teaspoons and a teaspoon of kosher salt. If you just do 2 teaspoons of the sea salt, that will be fine. It's up to you, but it should be very salty because that's the purpose of a brine. So the chicken should be brining overnight. You can also get it going in the brine the morning of and then roast up your chicken in the evening. So it's actually a very simple recipe to make. It's just that brining time that takes the longest time. For the veggies, I love simple sheet pan dinners. So today I just put about a bunch of carrots and onions on my sheet pan, but you can do potatoes, you can do cauliflower, you can do whatever you have on hand and just lay that out in the pan and then put the chicken on top of it. Like just drizzle some olive oil and put some salt and pepper and call it a day. Or you can just use whatever seasonings you have. You can also toss it in a bowl if you don't want to drizzle oil on right before, but I mean, just use your imagination. There are no right or wrong answers when it comes to what you want to make as a side, but I just like the convenience of having everything together. So I'll layer my vegetables on the pan and then I'll put my chicken on top. So the chicken, when you take it out of the kefir, you want to scrape off as much of the kefir as possible. Once you do that, you have all your chicken on the pan and then just put some pepper on there and pop it in the oven. So the oven starts at a higher temperature, and then after about 20 minutes you turn that temperature down, and then it's in for another 25-30 minutes. So just keep an eye on it. Because the chicken is in pieces, it should be ready by the time it's not. Otherwise, you can test it by poking a knife in, and if the juices run clear, then it's ready. And I don't remember what the temperature for chicken is, 167? I think it's 167. Another thing you could do if you want to make a pan-fried chicken, you can brine it in the buttermilk and then proceed by dipping it in flour, some egg, and then breadcrumbs or panko breadcrumbs, and then frying it up in some clarified butter or whatever you want to fry it up in. I actually haven't tried it with the kefir milk chicken, but I think it would probably be pretty good. So if you want to experiment, please do and let me know how it goes. It's just a really simple meal, and I just found it so delicious that I wanted to share it with you. I think this might be one of my easiest recipes that I have available, so do try it, especially if you have kefir. This is definitely something you will want to try. Other than that, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you are new to the kitchen, I really do hope that you hit that subscribe button already and that bell notification so that you'll never miss an episode of the kitchen. And if you're familiar with the kitchen, thank you so much for coming back. I always appreciate it when you do. Please like this video, leave a comment, and share this video on social media with those kefir loving friends of yours. By the way, I do have a video that's all about quartering a chicken, which is how I got the pieces for today's video. So I didn't go to the store and buy a couple of thighs and a couple of wings. No, I quartered a chicken, and I actually quartered this chicken by myself because in my quartering video I get my husband to quarter the chicken for me because that's my favorite method of getting the job done. But yeah, check it out if you don't know how to quarter a chicken, because it's a skill everybody should learn to be fully self-sufficient in the kitchen. Okay, that's it for me. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye!
Hi, Vixen. Hello.
Okay, that's fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.